outside today for a voice to voice quick connection. And this is with JR Rennie. He is one of our featured speakers for our upcoming event kicking off Monday. You guys, I am super excited to have him here and pop in with me real quick. I, of course, want to let you know that this is a unique experience. I had a couple of questions come in today, so I'm going to share these over the airwaves real quick, answers to those. This event is a day-to-day unlocking, self-paced thing. We know you guys are busy. We know that the leaders are having to do a lot of different things in life, business, ministry, all that jazz. We know this. And so we've intentionally designed this to where we can unlock each day of interviews the day before, giving you plenty of time to absorb that information on your time, your schedule. And we want to honor you in that space. And so we've extended the access to the entire 5 days to 15 days. And
Oh,
so
that's
that
great.
gives you plenty of time to really just absorb the information, sit in that space, and literally consider what you want to do next in these areas. So we're talking about burnout. We're talking about overwhelm. We're talking about procrastination. We're talking about time management. If any of those topics literally just hit you between the eyes, I need you to register for this event. We need you to. I'm telling you, like the interview that I had with JR is phenomenal on the topic of burnout. And I think it's funny and ironic that he chose burnout because his ministry is called Brush Fires Ministry. But yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can set a little bit of a fire of momentum for you in this moment, maybe give you some value right now, right here, and you'll get a glimpse of what it looks like to have a tangible solution today. And so, John, I'm just gonna dive right into this here. Let's see. So tell them a little bit about Brushfire real quick though, and then I'm gonna ask you a question.
So, Brushfires is a ministry to help believers discover the God-given purpose and design. It really is the pathway to discover real meaning in your life. If you are spending your energies in areas that are not consistent with what God created you to do, you're just going to be frustrated. You can only do it under your own strength for a certain period of time, and burnout is going to be, no matter how disciplined you are, burnout is going to be the end result if you're not doing what God created you to do.
Mm, oof. Okay, let's jump to accountability. Gotcha. We don't pull no punches though. This is real talk, you guys. Like real talk, candid talk. We're not going to sugarcoat anything on these interviews or conversations. Anytime I show up in a space, we're just going to be here authentically and real. Just like the sound effects I'm hearing right now, like I already talked to his wife in the background before we went on here. The ambiance of dishes is life, you guys. This is real life. John is showing up in the middle of real life for you to let you know about how he is going to possibly help you get out of burnout simply by sharing his story and how he overcame his own challenges on this interview series. Okay. So, John, give him a little glimpse of this. What part of your leadership journey like really resonates right now in this moment that you think that people may need to hear, and why now?
Well, let me talk to the leaders there because, in many ways, business was a lot easier. Business was a tangible service that you extend and you get paid for. And so it's sort of like, it's a environment that everybody gets, and the people that work for that business are getting paid. You expect when you receive that service or product that you're going to have to pay for it, that there's this, exchange of resources and giftings and so forth. I got to tell you, ministry is so much harder. Ministry does not have that kind of exchange. Ministry doesn't have that kind of feedback. And so, whatever you can do, that for those of you that have leaders that you appreciate, shoot them out a message that you appreciate what they're doing. Shoot them out a message, because guess what? They're not getting that big paycheck that they would have gotten in the corporate world. They're not getting that big sale that they just closed. What they're getting is little bits of relationship with God and little bits of seeing fruit being produced in other people's lives. But if you could just take the time to shoot them out a text, Give them an email that isn't scathing, but is actually supporting. Uh, I'll give you an example. We were working with a lady and her husband in Kentucky just recently, and she has a real counseling calling in her life. Now she's in her 50s or so. Hopefully I got the age right. Um, and so this is not counseling is not a career choice for her to go out there and make a lot of money. But she had such a strong counseling calling in her life. I encourage her, I go out there and get some training. Go out there and sign up for a program, specifically biblical counseling. So I gave her the advice, and typically I give advice during these consulting meetings or counseling meetings, and then I don't know what happens. Well, guess what? A week later, she gives me a text. I just signed up for the counseling program, and I just wanted to let you know and encourage you. That step of action, that encouragement where I got feedback that said my efforts and my investment in her and her husband paid off. There was something, I didn't get a tangible check, but it produced fruit. And that's the payoff that you're going to get in ministry as a leader, is in seeing fruit. So if you can do anything for your leaders, do that. Encourage them. Let them know that they made a difference, that something that they said sparked something in you, that they were inspired. So I'd start there with just encourage the people that are leading you.
Oof, I love that. I love that. And that is rare to receive feedback when it comes to ministry. I've been operating in digital ministry outreach for many years now. And one of the things that I've found is that you notice, because it's so rare, when someone reaches out and say, "Hey, you
Yes.
know what? You impacted me." Like, it's definitely great. But even in the business industries and corporate, like, there are a lot of leaders. I know my husband is in the electrical, like, commercial grade and industrial grade, big job type of electrical industry, construction, and it's hit and miss in that industry. When you receive that, "Hey, you know what? You're doing a pretty decent job." Yeah, I mean, the check's there, but, like
Yeah.
like, the conversation, though, and I love that because that's what centers on this entire event. The conversations are the things that are sparking the change and inspiring people to shift out of the spaces and places that they find themselves in, like burnout. And I love our conversation and how empowering it is, because it's all full of your story. Like, it's literally saying, "Hey, I've been there. I've done that, and here's how I got out of it, and I'm gonna help you too, because it worked for me, it's gonna work for you." And so I love this conversation. You guys, this whole event, I'm throwing my earbud out. This whole event is not built on hype, though. It is literally going to be built on voices like John's. So I just want you to know he's not bringing junk, he's not bringing fluff, he's not bringing anything that's going to puff you up. He's just bringing real and authentic, just like he's showing up today with his wife in the background being awesome and amazing. So we're
So
not.
so here's something I want to add on because I appreciate your kind words, but you guys have got to plug in just to learn and get to meet April. She is such a joy. I don't know how many of these videos that you've seen when people are, the video starts and they're smiling. That's because of the conversation we just had for 15 to 20 minutes. And she is such a joy. So whatever we bring to the table and whatever you gain from it, God bless you, and I hope I can help and change lives. But you need to get to know this girl April because she is unbelievably awesome and capable, and so just sign up to be able to laugh and listen to April, because you're going to giggle through some of these meetings, because I know that I did, and it's awesome.
Well, I don't know what life would be like without humor injected in it. I mean, and I know what it's like to operate in that CEO, founder, all this business professional,
Yeah.
fancy schmancy spaces and places. And whew, I'm sitting here chilled out in a flannel shirt and a hat because this is just it. Like, this is where it's at. So life is life. And if there's humor opportunities, I'm probably going to find it. So you were right. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words. But you guys, I just want to, it's that kind of intentionality, though, the thought behind why we do what we do, how we do it, and our impact. It's not if, you'll hear me say that often. It's not if you have impact, but when you have impact, because you will. When you have impact, what do you want that impact to be? And so we're trying to set this space up in a way that honors you, honors your busyness, honors your schedule, and allows you the room to learn and grow from other leaders just like you in that busyness. And the flexibility we've provided, just like JR's constantly going. He's got so many things that he does, and he's going on multiple podcasts and multiple interviews all of the time. We even had a little bit of a refresher, like, hey, yeah, this was what we this is what we talked about session.
That's true. That's just April. Probably not one of my final moments. It was like, okay, what did I sign up? Oh, yes. When do we have this meeting? Oh, okay. Yeah, it was
And
all
then
that. Yeah.
yeah, and then you got plugged in and you're like, oh yeah, that's exact, and there was so much depth there, and you realize it and you're like, okay, I'm on fire. Let's go. We got this
Yeah.
go. We're going.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you're feeling a nudge with this, no matter what it is, wherever you're at, not just burnout, but just in general, if you are needing a pause, the work that we're doing in this space is for that. It is talking about presence and giving you the opportunity to breathe through whatever moment that you're in. So I don't know how busy you are, but I'm looking for the busiest of the busy so that you can show up in this space and be able to have a reason to practice the pause along with us and give yourself some room to breathe in this moment and maybe even reset and shift out of whatever craziness you got going on. Get you some solutions, action steps, awesome stuff that will help you in this season. So, all right, you guys, that's all I got. April 14th through 18th, 5 days. It's going to be open for 15 just for you because you are awesome. And also, funny enough, there's going to be 15 voices showing up in these doorways. So, you can register for free. Link's going to be in the description, and it's going to be John's invite link personally because he's awesome and he's showing up today just for you. So, all right, you guys, that's it. You're welcome to come